This week on Game On, we speak with the Echuca Netball Club A-grade after making it into the finals.
Leitchville-Gunbower's assistant coach Michael Pilcher on his team's win.
There's another preliminary final of the Echuca Fashion Centre handball competition.
We have a preview of all the weekend's finals. Well, we've got a big week of footy and netball coming up as finals start in the GVL and Murray Football Leagues this weekend. Echuca, though, they won't be seeing finals though after finishing just outside the top 6 for a second season in a row. Pretty disheartening for the boys, but look, they did give coach Andrew Briggs a pretty good outgoing game. They ended up winning over Mansfield. It was always going to be tough heading up there in those cold, blustery conditions, but they did really well, coming away with the win by 18 points. Individual performances, again, a standout. Ben Costello, Cam Valentine and Simon Buckley, Jordan Florence, the usual guys you're expecting to stand up and do well, but to the credit, it was really a whole team performance that got them over the line. They were down in the first quarter, but then they were able to wrestle back that lead and really hold on to it and play out the game, which was really good to see. It's just a shame that they couldn't do it earlier in the season. There was 4 winnable games that are really going to haunt them, and had they have won those games earlier in the year, it would have turned those 8 wins into 12 and put them up there in the top 6, if not the top 3 sides. So definitely something they can be looking forward to for next year. I think they'll be a top 6 contender, as they should have been this year, and they will be in 2018.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. We're going to head into our finals previews now. I'm going to start with Moama, who will be taking on Moala at home this weekend. A little bit lucky, they actually finished below Moala on the ladder, but the way the finals fixtures works out, they get a home final, so that's good for them. They're going to enter the game, the Moas, in pretty good form after just a really good win against Nathalia. We know they're the reigning premiers and, you know, a brilliant side. The Moas just gradually got on top in the contest, really worked their way to a 4-goal lead at 3/4 time, but you know the Purples are the sort of team that keep coming at you. Right until the last sort of few seconds of the game, Tyler Jones kicked a goal to put it out to an 11-point margin to seal. It's just a really, really competitive win, just a brilliant warm-up for finals. 3 goals in that game, Noah Wheeler and Lockie Collins as well. Reece Archer, Luke Dunham, Josh Edgar among the best. These are the guys that are going to have to continue to stand up if they want to win a final against a really quality side like Moala. They've got, each side has a win over the other throughout the season, and look, Ash Froud, he sticks out as someone who you just have to match up on and you have to get the best of. He's kicked 112 goals this season. That's more than 40% of that team's goals. So you've got to do a job on him. But remember, Logan Power, he kept him to 2 goals when they met back in round 15. So perhaps he'll get the job again, and if he can keep him to a similar output, you think Moama might just have enough to get across the line. I think it'll be a very close game, but again, I think Moama might just be able to get the win.
Yeah, and another team going into finals in the Murray Football League, that's Echuca United. There was a lot of talk about them at the start of the season as to whether they could actually make finals. It was always going to be a rebuilding year for them under a new coach, Guy Campbell, but look, they've finished the year with all footy teams in the finals, which is a really good effort. Those seniors, they just managed to have a lot of young guys stepping up each week to play some really good footy, and then they've got those older, more experienced heads in Farron Priest and Dwayne Houston and their captain to Phil Hubbard, who are able to play some real consistent footy and get the guys into the season, into finals, this season. And it was an incredible turnaround from where they ended in 2016-11 on the ladder. They've now finished and will have another chance at Baruga, who they beat earlier in the season when they head off to Moala on Saturday. They will be looking to deliver a better performance than they did on the weekend though against Namurka. They went down by 139 points at Namurka, which is pretty disappointing. I guess they said it was going to be a hard game going into it, and they were sort of building up to it, but I don't think they expected to lose quite how they did, only kicking the 1 goal. But in the end, it was just Namurka who were better at the stoppages. They had all the footy, I guess, which really showed on the scoreboard. But, you know, they've beaten Baruga once this year. Hopefully they'll be able to do it again. Tongala, though, they are out of the finals. They weren't able to end the season on a win. They went down to Rumbalara just by 11. It was their 11th straight loss in the end, and they went down by 11 points. So pretty disappointing there for the Blues. Hopefully they'll be able to regroup and consolidate what they have been able to work on this season for next year.
Well, Leitchville-Gunbower will be heading to a 3rd straight Heathcote League Grand Final after a thrilling 10-point win against North Bendigo on the weekend. It's actually the Bombers' first close game of the season. They haven't had any other games within sort of 5 goals or so, and just a fantastic win in a few different ways. They lost Lee Pollock before the game, and their 2 other ruckmen, Michael Pilcher and Ashton Dye, they both went down throughout the game. So they had midfielders doing the ruck work, and there were a couple of rotations down, which makes it tough. So to get the win from there is very impressive. They also showed just the ability to respond when they were challenged late in the game. They were 22 points up at 3/4 time, lost the lead, and found 2 late goals, Daniel Coates and Ryan Prendergast, coming up big when they needed to snatch the win. Very impressive there. 6 goals from Matt Perry, huge, but 4 for Daniel Coates was probably just as impressive in getting him the best on ground honours. So look, it's fantastic to see the club into a 3rd straight grand final. We're hoping they can get that revenge against North Bendigo, but North Bendigo will play Huntley this weekend for that spot in the grand final. Some really disappointing injury news though for the Bombers. Jack Dyer, he broke his collarbone really late in the win, and I think it took a little bit of the enthusiasm out of the win to see someone who's been so important, and he missed last year's grand final as well with injury. So it's disappointing he won't be there. And Michael Pilcher is another one who won't be there. It looked like just a corked thigh throughout the game, and he was in pretty good spirits after the game. But a couple of days later, he's actually been taken to hospital in Melbourne with compartment syndrome. It got pretty serious, but before he was taken to hospital, he actually caught up with us.
Very exciting, obviously, to go straight into the granny. It's something we all aspire to do as quickly as we can. So, yeah, full credit to the boys. They played 4 quarters of good football, and yeah, solid effort. North came out strong. They were pretty resilient at all contests, but yeah, lucky to come away with a win. So initially, it'll be recovery straight away for the full team. We'll gather tomorrow and reassess areas that we can work on in regards to the game that we played today. We'll look for underlining issues that obviously we need to work on, but yeah, I think at this stage we'll just be looking to recover as quick as we can, form a good group, know who's going to be playing in that grand final in 2 weeks' time, and yeah, getting our bodies right and mentally right. They argue it's the clash of the middle, so obviously we want all our ballers and myself included to be fighting fit and ready to go. Obviously, we're not sure what Strange is going to do. Hopefully, the big guy can come back for the challenge. He's a good attribute to North Bendigo, and you want to beat them when they're at their best. But yeah, obviously for us, it's just focusing on that middle contest and winning it forwards. Because if our defenders are good, but honestly, the North forwards are very good as well. So if we can keep it out of their forward line, that'll be our primary objective.
All the best in your recovery there, Michael. Across in the Pecola and District League, and Pecola United, they'll be looked to going back to back this season after beating Strathmerton at Deniliquin by 49 points on the weekend. They could be lining up against Strathmerton again, but they have made it straight through to the grand final, and they're looking dangerous for any side. It was really a whole team performance that got them over the line. They won every quarter and are looking really strong heading in. The reserves, they also made it straight through the grand final, so a big season for Pecola, especially since they're coming off not a lot of success in previous years, so all the best to them. Across to the netball now, we've actually got 4 of the district's A grade teams into finals this year, and Echuca is one of them, and I think no one's more shocked than the girls themselves. They had a draw against Mansfield at the weekend, and I think they assumed that on that they would be out of finals, but they've snuck into the top 6 after Euroa faced a shock loss to Seymour at the weekend. Coach Casey Frame, after the game, she was already giving them their thanks for the season, ladies, it's been really good. But then they've turned around, see the results, and the whole mood's just really changed, and I think they were really glad. It was a really sloppy physical game against Mansfield and not one they wanted to go out on. We actually caught up with Erin Hill during the week ahead of finals just to get her thoughts on the game.
We were obviously quite disappointed with the result, given that we'd beaten them last time. And we all sort of, just stood around. We didn't really know what to say, and Casey sort of thanked us all for the season and our efforts. We sort of then had dispersed and went and watched the football when we got the news that Euroa had lost. Initially, I was standing with Casey watching the football, and her phone rang, and it was one of the other teammates that had seen it online that Euroa had lost. So initially we were just like, we didn't believe it. It came down to percentage, so we sort of said we'll believe it when we see it. So at about 5 o'clock the ladder got updated, and we'd gone up to 6, so we were all wrapped basically. It's really rewarding. We've had over the season lots of people that have changed through grades. We've had Meg Road and Chloe that started in B grade, and so I sort of felt a little bit disappointed for them that they were going to miss out on potentially playing finals because B grade had made it. So yeah, I think it just rewards you for all the hard work that you've put in. Pre-season starts back in February, and we all train to make finals and play to make finals. So yeah, it's a great reward for us.
Yeah, look, and they won't be just looking to make up numbers, they'll be looking to go all the way this season. They've really pushed the top side, so hopefully they can do it again come finals. They will be doing it though without Eve Gregor, who had a knee injury late in that game, so hopefully she'll be able to recover and get back for finals, but it's unsure whether she will be playing.
Awesome. In the Murray League, Moama tuned up for the finals with a really impressive win against Mathalia by 28 goals. Pretty cruisy result in the end. They tried a few different things early in the game, really clicked after half-time. They're a really fit and consistent side, Moama. When other sides drop off and lose that intensity, they just keep going, and that's how they build big leads. And Slattery, Steph Watson and Georgia Grove were some of the key players in that win. Moama has the week off now, and they've got that big game with Tongala, looking to get a bit of revenge from that loss, and that will be for a spot in the grand final.
Yeah, look, Tongala though, they'll be coming in red hot form. They actually scored the most goals of any teams in their game against Rumballara in the Murray Netball League, and that was 93 goals. An impressive win there by 76 goals. So something that they'll definitely be drawing on coming into that game. Their last quarter was the best. They scored 28 goals in that last quarter. So a really impressive team performance from the girls, and given that they're also been undermanned a lot this season, to finish in second is quite the performance. They were just hoping to get into finals, and to finish second and have that second chance and the ability to hopefully take it up to Moama is something that they're all really happy with. They'll have Abby Pettifer back, and Stacey McGill, who's also able to step up into A grade, just giving them a little more combinations when it comes to that attack end.
Absolutely, and United are the third team who will be in finals. They'll be playing this weekend. Again, last weekend they played Numurkah and pulled off one of their best wins of the season, really. They built a really strong lead with the sensational first half and were able to keep that momentum going in the second. The ball movement was really sharp, and I think that's something that's going to have to be good if they want to trouble some teams hitting the finals. And it was a really big win against Numurkah because they got them third on the table, and the way the leagues worked, Kungupna somehow stuck into sixth with only a 7-10 record, and they've already got a couple of wins against them this season, United, so they are looking like a very good chance this weekend to head to the next round of the finals.
Well, that just about wraps up another show. Good luck to all teams in the finals this weekend. Be sure to grab tomorrow's paper, Friday's edition, to check out all those finals preview in a massive 8-page lift, and be sure to also grab your edition of Monday's Rib to see if you're the American Hotel's next face in the crowd, and tune in next week to riverineherald.com.au and our Facebook page for another edition of Game On.
We'll leave you now with the second preliminary final from the Echuca Fashion Centre Workwear First Handball Competition. Check out next week too, where we'll be bringing you the grand final.
Alright, we're here for the second round of the preliminary final of Echuca Fashion Centre Workwear First Handball Competition. The winner will go through to take on Brodie in our grand final next week, but let's meet who those competitors will be.
Mackenzie Kelly,
Matt Harris,
Billy Barnes,
Cody Thompson.
Going on to take on Brodie next week is Matt Harris from Tongala Football Club, and we've also got Billy Barnes. He'll be taking home $50 for Echuca Fashion Centre.